Alright, we are on to social. This is always a nice one. This is actually one that I was actually kind of excited to point out. So I'm going to pull this up as well. So diplomatic immunity, it no longer makes you unable to attack or heal or anything like that. Before it just gave you a large resistance buff and pretty much just told you you're not allowed to do anything else. You can't attack, you can't heal, you can't do anything. But now what happens is when you use it, so for example, if I use it on someone else, it will increase their primary, secondary, and tertiary resistances by the amount listed. But if it's used on yourself, this effect is reduced by 50%. This also includes dodge. So for example, if I had 150, I throw it on someone else, it's a 600 armor buff on primary, 800 on secondary, and 1000 on tertiary, and 48 dodge. But if I use it on myself, it would only be 300, 400, 1000, and 24 on the other one. So obviously you can go ahead and select yourself, cast it, and boom, resistance buff. It's not a big one, but it does help because you know it's 50, 100, 125, 6 dodge, and it shows it right there. And what will happen when you throw it on someone else? There'll be 2 icons, meaning the self and the other one. So that's pretty much the only difference there. Oops, I did not mean to completely close that. Inconspicuous, sort of because of the fact that Provoke was changed to have more aggression. I believe Inconspicuous has a higher reduction to aggression. I believe there was some kind of argument about it for a while, which I still don't think it's the case. I could be wrong, but I'm like 90% certain it was the case. Someone told me, you know, if you attack something and you just keep smashing that ability over and over and over and over again, you'll actually be able to remove aggro completely, which I don't think is the case. So, for example, I didn't punch that, it aggroed me. Keep doing it over and over again to see if it'll stop attacking me. But I don't think that's the case. But as you can see, like I'm using it over and over again. I have not hit this NPC at all, and it doesn't do anything because no one else technically is aggro to it. So I forgot who I had that argument with. I think I actually talked about it with the developers as well, but that was just because of the fact, like I suggested, that it should have been increased in effectiveness, so that way Inconspicuous wasn't worthless. But I do know for a fact that when we were doing Lilith, for example, because we needed to get a stage 3 suit for someone, which I forgot why. I think it was because we were going to... Somebody wanted it for another character, and we had a lot of parts, but we were missing one. And so, you know, they got aggro, and then I told them to use Inconspicuous, and, you know, it helped pull aggro off them immediately, since they had a 160 social build. But either way, Inconspicuous didn't really change much unless you're in group play. It will make it a lot easier to keep aggression off of you if you do not want to be the one tanking. So, if you're a PvEer and you want to use that, that's an option for you. It says the cooldown here is supposed to be 30 seconds, but it's 3 seconds, so I don't know what happened there. There might be a discrepancy. Maybe it was supposed to be 30 seconds, but it is 3 seconds. Which, I mean, if they could they could make it so like, oh, it's an aggro reset, and maybe at higher ranks it becomes an AoE or something. That might make sense. Like, you know, say first rank is a single target, and then the second one is stronger. Say like one reduces, one resets. The next 2 become a 5-meter AoE, and the last 2 become like a 10 and a 20-meter AoE. That might be nice, but either way, currently I know that it reduces aggression, and the higher the rank, the more effective it is in group play. Solo, it's not going to do dick. Motivational Speaker is still an aura, still increases healing. So, I mean, that's always nice. But the scaling of it has been greatly reduced. It's no longer 5% per rank, it's 3% per rank. So you can only get up to a maximum of 15%. So, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Still really nice. It's still one of the more effective auras in the game, but definitely not the single best aura in the game anymore. But that pretty much goes over social.